What if no one ever died? You probably don't want to die. Most people don't. But death takes us no matter our preference. As children, we're taught that one day we'll have to leave Neverland, grow old, and pass on. But still, inside, most of us don't generally welcome the permanence of the hereafter. Most creatures have some version of this mythos, built to teach us that death is a duty and aging is a means of learning the resolve to face our grave obligation with dignity. We tell ourselves these stories because for most of human history, people didn't expect to live much past their 35th birthday. Saber-tooth, gangrene, common colds, death was always just around the corner. But science is now laying siege to the deeply embedded notions that death and aging are immovable realities of life. And science may be winning. Germ theory, sanitation protocols, and modern medicine already add decades to our lives. Current efforts want to push that limit even further. As the industry has evolved from horse and buggy to steam-powered machines and computer-powered everything, medicine has gone from magic to hard science, adding years and then decades to our lives. History bears out this belief. We've already doubled our life expectancy without even trying. Over the past 100 years, our medical science has mainly focused on threats that cut us down in our prime. Most of us have never had to worry about polio, the Spanish flu, or smallpox. We know how to wash our hands and keep our sewage away from our drinking water. As a result, we're growing grayer. The University of North Carolina Population Center analyzed data from the Centers for Disease Control and found that in 1910, infectious diseases like pneumonia, tuberculosis, and diarrhea accounted for 46% of all U.S. deaths. In 2006, those conditions accounted for only 3%. Accidents, kidney disease, senility, and cerebrovascular disease were top 10 causes of death in both time periods. But the total number of deaths from these conditions declined 61% from 1910 to 2010. The world population is living longer than ever, thanks to advances in medicine, nutrition, and safety. But while global aging is a giant leap forward for mankind, longevity also presents economic, social, and health challenges, especially in already overcrowded countries. What are the health impacts of increased longevity? Number 1. A rise in age-related chronic illness. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and other chronic diseases will cause more death and illness worldwide than infectious or parasitic diseases over the next few years. In developed nations, this shift has already happened. Dementia and Alzheimer's disease are expected to almost double every 20 years as life expectancy increases. Number 2. Special challenges for less developed nations. Poorer countries will carry the double burden of caring for older people with chronic diseases, as well as dealing with continued high rates of infectious diseases. Number 3. Increasing the need for specialized healthcare workers. With millions more older people needing healthcare, specialized doctors like geriatricians will be necessary to help seniors worldwide. By 2030, it's estimated that 36,000 geriatricians will be needed in the United States alone. Number 4. Increased need for long-term care. The number of sick and frail elderly needing affordable nursing homes or assisted living centers will likely increase. Number 5. Healthcare cost increase. As older people stop working and their healthcare needs increase, governments could be overwhelmed by unprecedented costs. In the United States, another baby boomer turns 60 every 8 seconds. Medicare coverage, which seniors can tap at age 65, could be pushed to its breaking point. How to pay for the upcoming elder boom is a subject being debated in capitals around the world today. English cleric, scholar, and demographer Thomas Malthus was one of the first to observe that there's a proportional relationship between food supply and population. Advances in agricultural technology lead to higher crop yields, which leads to healthier babies and higher populations. Malthus feared rapid, unchecked population growth would inevitably outstrip a civilization's ability to feed all the people, a fear that is now called a Malthusian crisis. Say, for instance, If every woman were to have 2 children, one when the woman is 25 and another when she reaches 75, the population would triple in just over 100 years, and we'd reach 21 billion sometime by the end of this century. That's a full 10 billion more than the current projections. So even a fairly modest increase in life expectancy, less than a doubling, will produce a Malthusian crisis. That's all about what if no one ever died. As you ponder these issues, what negative consequences could you imagine? Let us know in the comments. Also, make sure to leave us a like and subscribe to our channel.